no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Thursday morning beginning October 7th at 9:10 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. Tune in on Thursday, 7th October and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. It's time that you live.
Life takes us along so many roads. Some are planned, others can take unexpected turns that may cause us to worry. A home equity loan from TTMF can give you the means to navigate these turns that require major financing. With up to 30 years to repay, you can use the value in your home to consolidate debt, finance medical expenses, for tertiary education, home renovation, and other major expenses. Call or visit our website at ttmf-mortgages.com to find out more about our home equity loan. Let us help you steer those financially challenging journeys. TTMF, from here to home.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinal Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Showin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Share the live.
Share the live.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram.
Share the live.
Iowa George on Instagram.
Share the live.
Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com.
News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Finance Minister presents a $52 billion fiscal package for 2022. Tobago gets increase from 3.7% in the 2021 budget. Government to settle outstanding wage negotiations, and internationally, concerns grow across the UK about looming cost of living crisis. And now the news in detail. Finance Minister Com Imbert has presented a $52.49 billion package for fiscal 2022. Predicated on an oil price of US $65 per barrel and a gas price of US $3.75 per MMBTU, government expects to earn an estimated $43 billion. The fiscal deficit is just under 6% of our gross domestic product.
Total revenue $43.333 billion. Oil revenue $12.614 billion. Non-oil revenue $29.712 billion. Capital revenue $1,006 billion. Total expenditure, net of capital repayments and sinking fund contributions, $52.429 billion. Fiscal deficit, $9.096 billion. The major allocations for 2022 will be Education and training, 6.886 billion.
Education and training took the largest chunk of the pie with a total of 6.886 billion allocated to that sector, with the Ministry of Health being allocated 6.395 billion and the Ministry of National Security getting 5.664 billion. Among the fiscal measures announced by the Minister of Finance from November 1st, value-added tax will be removed from a list of basic food items.
This will include the zero rating of basic food items such as biscuits, cooking oil, canned vegetables, cornflakes, canned fish, canned meat, curry, juice, sausages, ham, ketchup, bottled water, and pigtail.
Government also proposed a relief for the most vulnerable in society through a rebate on utilities.
I propose to increase the rebate from 25% to 35% on bills that are $300 or lower. This would affect 210,000 households at an additional annual cost to government of $25 million. This measure will take effect from the 1st January 2022. Madam Speaker, I also propose to appropriately offset the cost of water for the same group of households receiving the TNTEC bill rebate.
The government also said that the differently able will benefit in lower living costs.
I propose to remove all value-added tax and customs duty on specified therapy equipment, hearing impaired, visually impaired, physical mobility disabilities, disability safety peripherals, and communications. This measure will assist persons with disabilities to purchase the required peripherals and equipment at a reduced cost. This measure will take effect on the 1st of January 2022.
Meanwhile, Tobago has received 4.5% of the 2022 national budget. This is an increase from 3.7% in the 2021 budget.
2.075 billion would be for recurrent expenditure and 264 million for capital expenditure, 18 million for the unemployment relief program.
The finance minister also noted additional opportunities for financial support will continue through a system from central government and other agencies.
Madam Speaker, I've spoken about an allocation of 2.357 billion plus $164 million from the bond raised by the THA plus $108 million from the Andean Development Bank. And beyond all of that is an additional $788 million, which will be spent in Tobago by various government ministries and statutory authorities in keeping with their obligations under the 6th schedule of Act number 40 of 1996.
A new program has also been established by the central government to boost tourism products on the smaller Twin Island.
We have allocated $50 million to this new program for 2022, entitled Tobago Hotel and Tourism Support. It will be managed by the THA in collaboration with ETEC, who will screen applications and assist the THA in designing and administering the program.
Meanwhile, $30 million has also been allocated for farmland and for upgrading existing farmland infrastructure in Tobago. Construction on the A&R Robinson International Airport is also expected to start in 2022, while facilities are being upgraded at the existing structure. Work on Marina is scheduled to begin in 2023. In more news, government will be moving to settle outstanding wage negotiations for public servants soon. The promise was made by the finance minister, who said he has instructed the chief personnel officer to commence this exercise with the relevant trade unions in 2022. Meanwhile, Minister Imbert added that he understands several nurses in the regional health authorities are employed on a temporary contract and has instructed officials to solve this issue.
As a result, I've instructed the Chief Personnel Officer to investigate this situation and its implication for pension arrangements and recommend solutions to ensure that the employment contracts of these nurses are regularized.
Minister Imbert said he expects this issue to be solved and completed by the end of December. International news concerns grow across the UK about looming cost of living crisis. Benefit cuts and increases in food and energy bills are delivering a severe squeeze on incomes. We have more in this Al Jazeera report.
Rishi Sunak is the former investment bank analyst now running the UK's Treasury and widely regarded as a likely successor to the current Prime Minister Boris Johnson. When the UK went into COVID lockdown in 2020, Sunak's government-backed furlough scheme subsidised the salaries of more than 11 million workers at a cost of $95 billion. And now he says it's time to start balancing the books.
I have to be blunt with you. Our recovery comes with a cost. Our national debt is almost 100% of GDP, so we need to fix our public finances.
So this week, low-income families will stop receiving a temporary £20 or $27 a week uplift to a social benefit called Universal Credit. And taxes are going up too. It's going to be a very tough winter for some.
My great worry is that we're going to have lots more people pushed into the arms of loan sharks, forced to use food banks, and actually that's unnecessary. The government could just continue with the £20 a week uplift into the winter, into the spring and summer next year, and that would just alleviate a huge amount of financial pressure on low-income families across the country, including here in Greater Manchester.
On Monday, the Army began helping to deliver fuel to petrol filling stations, a very visible sign of the UK's chronic shortage of truck drivers, and the situation which has caused petrol pumps to run dry and also seen empty shelves in supermarkets.
Many economists are warning that the United Kingdom faces a cost of living crisis in the coming months as energy prices go up and the government claws back some of the benefits it paid out during the pandemic. What's not clear is whether the Chancellor's proposed ways of mitigating that damage are enough in deprived areas such as Salford.
Proposals include a scheme called Kickstart to help young, low-income workers and incentives for companies to take on apprentices. In his Salford workshop, Mike Cleary says he's just about getting by.
We're ticking over, that's the main thing. We could do a lot better than what we are doing. But again, without proper training, without the money being pumped into apprenticeship schemes, then it's going to come to a standstill.
Next month, Rishi Sunak delivers a formal budget, which will detail the government's financial plans. But the indications are that for many in the UK, things are going to get worse before they might get better. Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Manchester.
And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, Finance Minister presents a $52 billion fiscal package for 2022. Tobago gets increase from 3.7% in the 2021's budget. Government to settle outstanding wage negotiations, and internationally concerns grow across the UK about looming cost of living crisis. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, she's up next.